This is a sketchbook, a flick through of all the sketches I've done in the summer. So this is not my own picture, by the way. This is something I collaged out of a magazine. I think it was Breathe magazine. This was my trip to Croatia and my beautiful backpack, suitcase. An empty page. This was in Croatia. Yeah, rocks, trees, people. You might recognize this from my short Croatia vlog. Really cute dogs. This was just the cutest bow-legged dog ever. This is actually not my own drawing. This is my mom drawing my brother. Hope he doesn't mind. This is my mom drawing my husband. And these are my own drawings again. Stroller or pram. Mama. She looks better in real life, by the way. Yeah. Just really quick sketches. I try to train my drawing from life. Yeah, some just general sketches. This is actually a very short sketchbook, you will notice. Because this is another new book idea. And I think these are only notes afterwards. Because I actually work in a very different way. I tend to take out these pages and then collate them into projects or use them to trace. This was a project about a red-footed booby, these kind of birds, seabirds, and from sketches from photo references up to stylized illustrations and different ideas for character development. And yeah, so this is not the end, this is just the beginning. Okay, so this is one of my in-progress book projects, and these are just my sketches. So I don't know if I should share them, but I thought like, okay, I'll just do that. Anyway, so this is all not finished work, so you can have a look at it. This is an idea for Archimedes Learns to Fly. It's about a mouse with wings, with a dollhouse collection, and he has an addiction, and this keeps him weighed down so he can't fly like all the other mice. And this book is about him overcoming this. So this was an idea for my cover. Colors, various sketches. I actually have an online class where I show you exactly through the process of planning a double page spread like this one exactly. And if you're interested, I'll link it down below. More sketches, another double page spread. Character development. More character development. The X's mean that I like them and want to keep them. Might be a little bit confusing. Some more. Yeah, more color testing, like what if I blend my beautiful colored pencils over each other. Was very interesting because you can have a very limited palette, but then you can create new colors out of these. Archimedes. I really love this. I still need to... Also this one. Ah yeah, by the way, look at this. I mean, I show you all the nice and ugly ones, right? What the heck on earth is that? Yeah, if you watch my Instagram stories, you have seen some of them. And you can see, like, here I will give myself some notes of that I want to maybe switch it around. My best memories. I'll show you this. This is my mom reading to us as children. This is also something I'd like to finish at some point. And more Archimedes. These were the very early sketches with my notes and planning the size. You can see it's very vague. There were different ideas I had for the spreads, and this is me attempting to redraw the cover with Philippa, the hummingbird, realizing that the nose wasn't correct. Anyways, some accessories or parts for the end papers maybe. My very first sketch of him, didn't really like the way I drew him there, and yeah, but just kind of getting ideas, so I changed the leaf shape to oak leaves because this is just closer to my home, closer to England, I think. And these were some really nice ones too. I was really surprised. That was a really, really good creative time for me. Some more. Again, something that I didn't use in the end, like ideas of how he could look like, but he already has these oak leaves as wings. Sorry if this is a bit small, I just want to keep the flow and don't always zoom back in and forth. Back and forth, I mean. That was ideas for Philippa. She used to be even the sloth hummingbird, or hipster hummingbird, wearing wellies. More photo reference. I try to look at reference more since I took my children's book course with Zoe Tucker. This and Linda Rogers really helped me a lot. I highly recommend this course. More hummingbirds. I've watched You've Got Mail. You can judge me if you want. I love this movie, and yes, they don't look like them. Some color studies. I love his wings. I don't know. I think actually here Philippa is much more expressive, and she kind of later looks a bit stiff. Naja, anyways, I think this is also still something I need to work on. This was some ideas for the kitchen scene for a double page. I wanted to show how Archimedes just, his addiction is getting out of control, and the doll houses are just coming out everywhere, out of every cupboard. And yeah, some more ideas for another spread. Some ideas from Pinterest that could fit into the interior. Some more. This was one of the early sketches here as well. These were all color studies. As you can tell, I really tried to narrow it down, like how do I want to illustrate this book? What kind of feeling do I want? What kind of line color do I want to use to unify it? How does Philippa look like? 3 different colors. And this all just continued until I had my final spread. And this is all just copy paper. And like I said, I have a class where I show you this process and where I also give you prompts, which I set like a link below. And that's where I show you how I exactly do this. So, and that's the final page, I think. Yes, I just stuck it together with washi tape. Some more ideas. So you can see this is an ongoing project. That was a big part of my summer. Then another big part of my summer was I went home and rediscovered this drawing. So this is really, really old. I don't know when I did this, but I feel it must have been in my teens, which is a while ago. And I don't know, I just loved his pose, like, hey, yeah, Rosaline, like obviously his play horse. And she's just like, what the heck? Well, you can imagine what she might think. And I just felt like, how can I adapt this to what I do now? And how can I adapt this to a more children's book style? I like the style, but it's not me anymore. So I drew, yeah. I tried to draw hamsters, but I realized, well, from drawing all the mice from before, my hamster looks like a mouse. With a very short tail. Then I looked a bit at hamsters, and then I developed Agnes and Roderick. This is a little sunflower dress, and if you look at my Instagram, you might know them already. They became a big part of my portfolio. I really love these 2 characters, and this was all inspired by this one, a really old drawing. So it's really nice to look back into old drawings and recreate them or adapt them to your current needs and ideas and skill as well. So I really like that. And this turned out into a series of drawings. Sorry, they're all loose now because I scanned them and I traced them, and they actually now finished illustrations. Look at my website and my portfolio or my Instagram if you want to see the finals. I really enjoyed drawing these.